Tonight's topic, as you are looking at the thumbnail, you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button because tonight we're going to be discussing the lovely and wonderful terms of the soft guy era. Now, I'm very interested in how this is going to play out because I wanted to compile it with the passport bros, which is a conversation and a topic that I had stayed away from a very long time for a couple of reasons. My husband would be considered a passport bro due to the fact that he went abroad to find a wife. And I don't think he necessarily um intentionally went with the idea of finding a wife, but he was definitely very, very, very much impressed with what he saw when he went to um Belize. Is this peanut butter? I did not I ate some chocolate, y'all. I am so sorry. Um and so one of the things that I found really interesting when I found these videos on soft boy era or soft guy era is that it just reminiscent of men always winning, right? Because if you are a person that is asking for something, you better be careful for what you wish for because you just might get it. The reality of the situation is that men are starting to prove very satirically so that women, a lot of women don't actually qualify if we do things on the terms of women for the types of men that they want. By that I mean that if a woman is saying that she wants a man that earns a certain amount of money and she's not making that amount of money herself, then that's not hypergamy. That's just you wanting to get in on a good thing. And a lot of women fall into this category, and therefore a lot of men are starting to recognize this and are clapping back on this this ridiculousness, which I find very funny because okay, I can laugh because I'm married and I made my bed and I'm lying in it, but I can laugh and feel these days when it comes to dating. If we're only going to talk about men's utility as a qualifier for dating you, then you need to be able to bring the same things to the table. Not just that, but many other things when it comes to setting the standards for being treated well and kind of poking fun at some of the ridiculous things that women have asked and requested in relationships, then just mirroring it back to them in the satiric way. Is that a word? I'm gonna find out. Um, just putting it in the way that women have put it in so many choice words is really starting to resonate with men in a way that is telling women that they're just asking for too much.
All these dudes online talk about soft guy era this, soft guy era that. Y'all want girls to pay for stuff. And honestly, bro, you type of dudes, bro, is damn right. It's about time. Personally, if you ask me, it couldn't have been said better. I'm just relieved to know that it ain't just me. You want to come here asking me what I got to offer, what I bring to the table. Baby, I am the table. And it's not the question of do I got money? Obviously, but I want yours. After we speaking our mind, now we sassy, now we acting zesty. But y'all be saying and did. Don't care. I'm gonna put your ass to work. I'm looking for the big ballers, okay? When that bill comes to the table, don't even look in my direction. It's giving broke girl. And baby, if that's the case, that's fine. Just say that. No judgment, but next caller. I'm sorry, boo. No money on your dunion. It's gotta go. At this point, I'm not even answering the call unless I get a cash out first. Like, what? Where's my money for my haircut? You want me to pump the gas? I forgot my wallet from me, my favorite line. And don't ask me to take out the trash. Baby, I'm in Margiela's. This ain't no soft boy era. This is soft boy forever. What are you talking about?
So, ladies, this is what it is out here. This is what the troll that guys are saying because
Maybe. And while you are free to ask for the things that you want, if the roles were reversed, then we wouldn't be having this issue. And I know that it's going to come to the point of equality and how men and women are not equal. Then you have to start to acknowledge this equality in the way men and women date, and that therefore women don't want the same things out of a relationship as a man, and men are free to ask for the things that are different from women when they're dating. And whether or not some of these things are true that are being said on TikTok and other social media platforms is yet to be seen. But I will say that I knew that it was going to come, and I'm all for it, I'm all for it because we need to start to be able to take ourselves not so seriously. And if and when we do, we are able to understand that all is fair in love and war. Now, moving on to the passport bro situation, I got to say that I feel the same way about the whole passport bros movement. And I think that this is not like necessarily news or new because we have seen quite a number of people come on uh social media platforms and YouTube and stuff and talk about how they had to find love elsewhere because modern women are just not about that life. And I have
Definitions of passport bros. This is from Urban Dictionary, a serious academic publication. Y'all are going to lose it over this. Passport bros. Men who understand that Western women have drunk the Kool-Aid past the point of no return and got their passports to enjoy happiness and peace with fit, friendly foreign women. Here's another one. Passport bros are a new phenomenon of Western men who are deciding to go to Asia and elsewhere to find traditional and feminine women to wife up because they are either annoyed at the insanely high standards that modern Western women hold, or they don't share the extreme woke values, or because Western women can be hypocrites who want a provider man, but they won't clean or cook. Western American women. What the is going on? How did we allow this to happen? The men
seen a lot of modern women come up and have clapped back on the quality of women that these men are seeking. And as a foreign woman living in a developed country, I am very, very offended for many reasons about this way of thinking. And I know if you guys have been following me and have talked and have heard some of the things that I've had to say about the trad wife movement and the trad life movement, I have to say that what might seem as normal for some people might not necessarily be normal for others, and that's okay. And if a man finds that his values are in alignment with someone from another country or culture, then he is free to pick that person, and he should not be shamed for picking that person. And it
Women who are now calling men predators if they want to date a woman from a different country.
In other cultures, a lot of women are more submissive.
yeah, they're pervy. Men are traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education. It's because they want a woman who is dependent on
foreign girls because you can't handle women. That's why.
And this whole thing is so offensive and ignorant because basically what they're saying is that if a woman is not from the US and she's not woke, then she is uneducated, she doesn't have opinions of her own, and she can't be outspoken. And that's why men go for her. So the Western women think they are superior because they are empowered and awake, right? It's the women from other countries who are educated and can be just as outspoken and have opinions and actually can still look normal, which a lot of people here in the US seem to struggle with.
at some kind of disadvantage that a man can fulfill. Maybe this woman just feels safe with this man. Maybe she loves this man. Maybe this man, and even if he does something for her, relationships are supposed to be a reciprocal terms of agreement where people are able to get what they want from each other in the understanding that we both bring something to the table that the other person finds of value and worth. And if I bring to the table my traditional values to my relationship that my husband might have not been able to find in other relationships, then it is his very right for us, his right and mine for us to be given a chance to have a relationship without everybody having an opinion. Although you are allowed to have your opinion, and if you were to pay for your opinion, maybe you wouldn't have so many. But the point of the matter is that not every like yeah, let's get into it. Not every trad wife or um passport bro wife is a woman who can't speak the language of her husband. I learned German within the space of 2 years before I was even allowed to live in Germany. I am a well-educated woman that has traveled and has had experiences. I don't need my husband's status or stature in order to flee from any kind of persecution that exists in my own country. And a lot of these women are able to have that way of being, modern way of being, and still hold traditional values and respect the partner. Now, I know, I know that there are many situations where that is not the case, and I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about a mutual understanding between two individuals to come together because they both find themselves in a situation that they are in love. I've seen also women in my country who scoop up these white men from America and abroad and Europe like they're going out of style because they value these men more than the women in their country value them. Just because, and that comes honestly and truthfully with the fact that women in their country have very, very, very high standards. It does not mean that women that are in our country don't have standards. Maybe our standards or our priorities are far different from those of the country. And does it mean that my husband is somehow taking advantage of me because I don't want to compete with him in a career? No, I want to be able to raise a family and I want to be able to find someone who values that just as much as I do. And the fact that people feel like they have to, women, because I know a lot of women feel like that social media doesn't exist in some of these countries and that these women don't have access to or the ability to explain and try to come after these women is hilarious to me. Like, I think that a lot of the times women, we are our own worst enemy. And it is not, these corrections and observations are not coming from a place of love and, hey sis, let me tell you about that man that went across the world to go get you. He just wants you because he thinks that you're ignorant and dumb. That it's not coming from that place. It's coming from a place of, oh, you think she loved you? She don't love you. She just want her green card. Um, and tearing that woman down instead of uplifting that woman and respecting a man's choice or people's choices to choose between two consenting adults. It's the person's choice to choose whatever pathway they go. And if a man has had enough of what he has available to him in his country and feels like the answer is going abroad, it is his right to do so. I have known before passport bros plenty. There's even a term for it that is older than I am, called Rent a Dread. Now, Roberta Flack wrote a whole ass song about her experience. And now we are here, where men still winning, they're still winning, come back and just flip that baby right on its head and say, you know what? If you can rent a dread, I could go get through a Rosita. I could go get me a Chang. You know what I'm saying? I could do the same thing. I could go get me a senorita from somewhere and do the damn thing because I don't need to be going through this with your no cooking, no washing, no having kids ass. Always winning. I hope to see I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I hope that this has been a very, very interesting week for you guys so far. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that like button, you know.